Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. RHONY Bethenny Frankel busting out of Skintight dress. Former RHONY OG, Bethenny Frankel was caught busting out of her Skintight dress recently. She attended the It Ends With Us premiere in New York City, but little did she know that the dress would become a disaster. So what happened on that fateful night, and was she able to make it out unscathed? Keep reading for more details. RHONY Bethenny Frankel busting out of Skintight dress. All summer, Bethenny Frankel has been living her best life in the Hamptons with her daughter, Bryn. They have been going out to eat, enjoying time at the beach, and Bethenny has been making her usual food tasting videos. She also went on a first date which she documented for her followers to see. Additionally, she was spotted in street tropes with German artist Nicholas Castello back in July. Yet it is unclear if that was a fling or just two friends casually hanging out and having a lovely time in a beautiful location. In any case, Bethenny is very much of a homebody, enjoys her circle and spending time with them. However, she was recently invited to the New York premiere of It Ends With Us, which stars Blake Lively. Of course, this was enough to get her out of bed and into glam, as she shared on her Instagram. So what happened to make this special night go downhill so fast? According to Us Weekly, Bethenny donned a stunning skin-tight pale pink corset dress that was held up by two straps. Unfortunately, one of the straps chose to give out, leading to a wardrobe malfunction on the red carpet. Along with that, it was downpouring, so Bethenny Frankel's ensemble was doomed from the beginning. She did make light of the whole debacle by saying how phenomenal Blake Lively looked and how she saw Anna Wintour. On the bright side of things, Bethenny Frankel did note that she had some amazing cocktails, and there were so many interesting factors that made the night exciting. Fans loved her open and honest approach to the night, and immediately commented on how phenomenal she looked in spite of it all. But also, "You look amazing, we're calling it a win." Love the phrase, "the wheels are off," always stunning and real. Hopefully she at least enjoyed the film as well as the company, and now she has a new tale for her arsenal of fun things she did this summer. At least she tried regardless of the outcome. Now she knows to avoid removable straps in the future and maybe a dress more functional. Regardless, she looks stunning, come rain or wardrobe malfunctions. Bethenny Frankel had always known how to make an entrance, but this time she was aiming for something unforgettable. As she stood in front of the full-length mirror in her penthouse suite, she took a deep breath, surveying the shimmering silver dress that clung to her every curve like liquid metal. The fabric was so tight, it looked as if it had been painted on. Each contour of her body was accentuated in the most provocative way, and the plunging neckline left little to the imagination. This wasn't just any dress, it was a statement. The occasion was the most talked about event of the summer, a star-studded charity gala in the heart of Manhattan. The who's who of New York society would be there, and Bethenny intended to remind everyone why she was still the queen of the Big Apple. It wasn't just about the money she'd made, the businesses she'd built, or the empire she'd created. It was about proving, yet again, that she was a force to be reckoned with. As she turned to the side, admiring how the dress highlighted her toned physique, a small voice in the back of her mind whispered doubt. Was it too much? Too tight? She dismissed the thought immediately. She was Bethenny Frankel after all. Subtlety had never been her style. The evening was electric with anticipation as she arrived at the gala. Paparazzi swarmed the entrance, their cameras flashing like fireworks. As Bethenny stepped out of her car, the crowd gasped audibly. The dress shimmered under the lights, drawing every eye to her as she strutted confidently down the red carpet. She could hear the whispers, the murmurs of admiration and jealousy. "Wow, did you see Bethenny?" one of the photographers muttered to his colleague. "That dress is barely holding on." Bethenny caught the comment and smirked. That was exactly the reaction she was going for. Inside the ballroom, the atmosphere was opulent, with crystal chandeliers casting a warm glow over the assembled guests. She could feel the eyes on her as she made her way through the crowd, exchanging air kisses and pleasantries with the city's elite. Everyone wanted to know what she was up to, what her next big move was. But tonight she was playing her cards close to her chest, or rather her dress. At one point she spotted her old frenemy, Ramona Singer, across the room. Ramona's eyes widened as she took in Bethenny's appearance, and for a moment, her perfectly botoxed face betrayed a flash of envy. Bethenny reveled in it. She knew she'd outdone herself. As the night wore on, Bethenny found herself at the center of attention, holding court as she regaled the crowd with stories of her latest adventures and business ventures. She was in her element, soaking up the admiration and basking in the glow of her own success. But then, disaster struck. She was in the middle of recounting a particularly juicy anecdote when she felt it. A subtle but unmistakable rip. Her heart skipped a beat, and she froze mid-sentence. The conversation around her continued, oblivious to her sudden panic. Glancing down, she saw it. The seam on the side of her dress had given way, just below her left hip. The fabric, stretched beyond its limits, had finally surrendered. A sliver of skin peeked through the tear, and Bethenny's mind raced. She had two choices: make a discreet exit and salvage what remained of her dignity, or own the moment. But Bethenny Frankel was never one to back down from a challenge. With a confidence that belied the situation, she laughed. A loud, genuine laugh that drew the attention of everyone around her. "Well, I guess this dress couldn't handle all this, Bethenny," she quipped, her tone dripping with self-assured bravado. The room erupted in laughter, and any potential embarrassment evaporated instantly. Bethenny took control of the moment, turning a potential wardrobe malfunction into a power move. She grabbed a nearby shawl, draped it over the offending tear, and continued her story as if nothing had happened. But the buzz had already started. Word spread quickly throughout the ballroom, and soon the story of Bethenny's dress was the talk of the gala. By the end of the night, it wasn't just about the charity or the glamorous attendees. It was about Bethenny Frankel, the woman who could turn even a fashion mishap into a headline-worthy event. As she finally left the gala, the cool night air a welcome relief after the heat of the spotlight, Bethenny couldn't help but smile to herself. The night had been a success, not just for the charity, but for her own brand. She had reminded everyone who she was, a woman who owned every moment, every flaw, and every challenge. Back in her penthouse, she peeled off the dress, inspecting the damage. The tear was irreparable, but she didn't care. It had served its purpose. She tossed it aside, already thinking about her next move. Bethenny Frankel had always been a master of reinvention, and tonight was just another chapter in her ongoing saga. She knew the headlines tomorrow would be all about her dress, but she also knew that they would cement her status as a woman who was always in control, even when things didn't go exactly as planned. As she slipped into her silk robe and poured herself a glass of wine, she couldn't help but laugh again. Life in the spotlight was never dull, and that was just the way she liked it. With a final glance out at the glittering New York skyline, she raised her glass in a toast to herself, the queen of the city, and all the unforgettable moments yet to come.